Our assignment today was to discuss how our triad assignment went and why we chose that discussion topic. The reason why I chose my discussion topic was because I thought it would be very engaging for the students. Sorry, my family dog is coming in. I thought it'd be very engaging for the students to do. They did a make your own lava lamp, which was really, really fun. And we discussed the density of oil and water and why it doesn't mix and why oil floats on top. So the strategies from the reading that I tried were say more and then pressing for reasoning. It went as I expected it to go. Some students, when I would press for reasoning or be like, can you say more about that for the say more? They were like, no. And I was like, all right, can anyone else say more about that? So I tried to kind of move it along. But there were definitely instances where students, added on and actually got to have a deeper thinking to what they were saying. It went better than I hoped. And something I learned to improve my future practice was to add that into my practice. I have not used those strategies before, and I think it did really help them think deeper on that subject. There were a bunch of specific examples. I mean, there was once where a student said something about how it's heavier than the oil. The water is heavier than the oil, so whatever. And I was like, oh, heavier is an interesting word. And we talked about it. And then another student raised their hand and I was like, they said, I'd like to add on to what she said. And I was like, wow, that's awesome. And so I talked to the class about that because I was like, I love when we can add on to others' ideas and either agree or disagree. So I really think that was an awesome thing because they did that on their own. I didn't even have to say let's try and add on to other ideas and say oh, blah, blah, blah said this. I think this. So it was very, very awesome. And then some of how I use the strategies and the impact that they had. I said that a little bit earlier, but yeah, I mean, I think it just really helped them think about what they said. Instead of just blurting out things, they actually had to be oh, why do I think that? And why is that happening? And they really did get density very quickly. I thought it was going to be a lot harder of a concept for them to grasp, but them actually being able to hands-on use the lava lamp and see how it goes and we started with oil and water and how it floated and how the density of the oil. And they instantly got it. We had a whole conversation about it after and they're like, oh, the oil is less dense than the water. And I was like, wow, without even asking them to use those terms, they were able to say it. But yeah, it went very, very well.